Hey guys, my name is Kenneth King, and today I thought I would make one or two videos to show the simplicity of digital line art. That is adding dark lines and refining your drawings and just basically making them pop in Adobe Illustrator. Um, and it is quite simple, but some people have a problem with choosing the correct brushes. They're too fixated on that or other such things. So I'm just going to show you what I do personally, and hopefully you will be able to get something out of that. I just want to say as a disclaimer at the start of this, I am not the best artist in the world. So, you can criticize my drawings or whatever else, but this is more just a follow-along video kind of thing for how to at least ink your work, bring it to life and make it pop. And if you're more of a professional in this, how to digitally distribute it, or how to at least create work that is good enough to digitally distribute. So the first thing I'd like to say is you don't particularly need a scanner if you want to get sketches into your computer from your pencil and pad into your computer. Excuse me. I don't use that method at all. What I do is I take a picture with my smartphone. Then I have the Facebook app on my phone, so I would send myself that picture in a Facebook message. Then I go onto my computer, save that image from that, and Bob's your uncle, you have the file on the computer. It may not be good enough for some people, but it's good enough for me because as long as you take a good picture in the correct lighting, it's fine. You can see all the lines. And I'm actually just about to demonstrate that. So what we'll do is once you have that and you have the file on the computer and you have it somewhere where you know where it is, just go to File and Open, and then go to the file that you want. I'm going to use this one. I just sketched this earlier just for the sake of this video. And click Open. And it always seems to be a little zoomed in too far, so I'm just going to bring that. I want to be able to see basically the edges of this. So I'm just going to click on the artboard tool. If I'm going a little fast, I do apologize. I don't want the video to be too long. I have made a previous video to this and it was just far too long. There is some relevant information on this, but I don't want to have you sitting watching me all day. So anyway, once you have this sketch in, by no means perfect, what you want to do is then with this layer, you'll see the layer down here or up here, wherever it is on your side panel. If any of these parts are missing from your side panel, you can add them by going to Window and then just going to any of these. I mean, you might want the gradient, which is actually over here, but you can click that and it'll become more prominent here on the side. It just depends what way you want to set it up. So anyway, with this layer selected, what we're going to do is we're going to just make sure that that's selected, or what you can alternatively do is click on the selection tool and just click on the image, and this transparency tab everything inside it will light up. Just make the opacity of this about 50. That's a bit light, so let's make it about 60, 70. We want to be able to see the lines, just not really, we don't want it to be too overpowering. I think I could probably get away with 80 on this. Yeah, so because the line art is going to be pretty prominent on it, as you will see. So that's that layer. We want to lock that layer now. What we want to do is at the bottom of this, which you couldn't see there because it was out of the shot, the bottom of this, you'll see this icon here, it says create a new layer. So we're going to do that. The new layer will appear on top automatically, so we'll just double click that, call it ink or line art, whatever you feel is more apt. I'm just going to throw this back down here again. And with this layer selected, we are going to select the paintbrush tool, and whenever we try, you'll notice that when we try to do anything, it doesn't work, even though we're not on the wrong layer or anything like that. So what we need to do is we need to select a paintbrush style. There's only basic up here for now, and it still doesn't do anything. So we need to select a style, and what I find best for line art is artistic chalk, charcoal, and pencil. You may find other ones that are better for you, but these seem to be the best thing in my opinion. Once you click on that, it'll open up a new panel, and you can choose all the different styles. If I choose this, for example, and I do a stroke, that's obviously not what I want. We want to do like black lines on the outside. So, but what we can do is, let me just change this to black. All I did was double click that, so yeah. So that's not really what I'm looking for, obviously. So we'll go to a thinner line, and we will. I want a straight line, but one with maybe a little bit of an edge on either side. So probably select that one. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, it takes a while sometimes for it to register that you've selected it, but let's have a closer look. That kind of looks okay. It's maybe a bit thick, but we can change that later up here with the stroke width. But for now, we're just going to quickly, I'm just going to add a few lines in here just very quickly to show you what I mean about adding line art. Some people like to keep the original, the thing is I didn't like that bit because it didn't come out. That's why you're sometimes better just doing bit by bit, you know, rather than trying to just one long continuous line. And I'm just doing this very quickly. But this is essentially you creating your line art. If I wanted to have something a bit more edgy, you have the brush definition up here, but in uniform you can change the edges, for example. So the edges can be a lot more pointy. The ends, sorry, of the strokes can be a lot more pointy. So for example, if I choose this, you should notice that when I do his nose, the points are very, very well pointy. So, but and then other details in this may require me to go down a brush size, and how you do it is you just go to stroke, select anything under 1. Typically 1 is the standard size, so maybe just make it a bit smaller just to do the kind of drop eyebrows that I tried to create there. As I said, you can probably do a lot better than me in this, but I would have probably kicked it in the time lapse and did a full video, but I don't think it really is necessary here. I think you can see what I'm trying to do, and it doesn't really need much more of an explanation than that. You'd probably be better at it than me. As I said at the start, I'm not the greatest. Not the greatest artist in the world, but I'm actually just going to correct that because there is actually a drip coming on. But that's the fun thing about Adobe Illustrator. You can correct these lines once you've created them. You just go back, hit Control and Z or Command and Z on the Mac, and you will be able to just undo what you've just done. It's very handy. It's sort of like having a rubber, you know, an eraser on a pencil. I think it's a lot more effective. But anyway, so yeah, you just add in the line art for all of this, and you can see that it really does bring something special to the art. And another thing to bear in mind is you can always alter once you have the sketch in and you're drawing away. You can always alter things. You know, I find that sometimes a picture will change dramatically from how it began to how it eventually looks. So don't be afraid to tamper with it a bit and try to get something that you like. And so I think that will pretty much do this video. I mean, there's not really much else to show apart from me doing all of these strokes, which is Probably incredibly boring for you all to watch right now. And so yeah, you can see that I don't really like the way the nail was looking there, so I can't change it. And just add it on there. Not perfect, and you can add like lots of different lines and effects and stuff like that, but essentially that is what I was looking to achieve. So hopefully in this video you will have learned at least my style, and don't be afraid to experiment, a bit. Check out excuse me, check out other brush sizes, brush styles, etc., and just have fun with it. Try not to get too frustrated. It can happen to the best of us, but it is supposed to be a bit of fun at the end of the day. And who knows, you may find a natural talent for it. But for now, that will conclude this video. I may do another video on coloring, just to give you a very simple explanation on how to color. Let's just have a look at this very quickly without the background. Yeah, it looks okay. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video, everyone.